This video recording is of Excel Module 1 SAM Project. I believe it's called the End of Module Project 2. I'm going to try to refer to it in a shorter name, such as Excel Module 1 Graded Project, and I think you'll know what that means. So I'm here to get my file. I've already gone into Excel from Course Content and Assignments. I'm just going to scroll down. Here we go, until we find Excel Module 1 SAM End of Module Project 2. I'm just going to call it Excel Module 1 SAM Graded Project or something like that. I'll use the word graded. When you select this file and launch it, or the link and launch it, you will have your instruction file. I was trying to print that out, but my printer has gone haywire. It has decided it doesn't know where its print head is. So I will have to do it like I do it in class sometimes, switching back and forth. So this particular project I've already tried one time to see if I could get it to work correctly. So I'll go ahead and just start a new attempt. And I want it to give me the opportunity to look over the instructions and then click on Start. And this is one, let me go back to the previous screen. This is one that you can complete using your Mac. It's a really short one. They have one mistake in the picture, the final picture that they show you versus what you wind up with, and I'll show you what that is. So first and foremost, you'll want to download a copy, I've already done this, of your instruction file, and then you want to get a copy of your start file and change the 1 to a 2. For some reason I'm going into Excel first and then changing the name, but it's okay to do it that way. Enable editing, and then you want to do a file, save as, if you're wound up like I am inside, and you would navigate to where you're saving your documents at. For my purposes right now, I'm just dumping everything into my video folder on my laptop. So I do need to change the name. So they've been putting a bunch of extra numbers, but I want it to have a 2 at the end of the file name. And when I save it and open it, you should see a documentation tab, a worksheet that has kind of some information about this particular worksheet, and it should have your name inside the cell for author. If it doesn't have that, delete this, close it, delete it, go get you a fresh copy until you see your name there. Then we're going to switch to the travel expenses, and they've done a lot of the work for us, but we have some work to do as well. I want to scroll down and show you that this is a place where our pie chart is supposed to be. It's supposed to already be displaying. It doesn't display until we give it the information. See the range of values that hasn't been entered yet? And that's why this is blank. So I don't want you to panic and think, oh, I don't have that yet. You will as soon as we calculate these totals. Now, the first thing, and I will have to switch back and forth between Word and the Excel spreadsheet. I highlighted the word merge the cells because it's not the same as merge and center. So we're going to have clicked on the travel expenses worksheet. We're going to select the range of B2 through I2 and just merge the cells. In cell B13, we're going to add the date of 5/3/2021. So select B2 through I2, and then instead of merge and center, click on the pull down list arrow and just choose merge cells. You have one very long cell, but you're still left aligned in that one large cell. Then we're supposed to go down to the date field in B13, and I believe, let me just double check, 5/3/2021. So we'll type that date in. Now, the next thing that we need to do Step 2 says apply this accent 3 cell style to B10 through I10. So, B10 through I10, cell style, and I think they said accent 6, but let's just go back and see. No, accent 3. I would have been wrong. So, while it's selected, accent 3. Much prettier. You can click away just to see what it looks like. Then we're going to go to cell C6, and we're going to add in Houston as the complete entry. Then in D11 we're going to type in 65 as the number of miles driven. So here where it says retail conference, in cell C16 we're going to just add the words, make sure I'm in edit mode, in Houston. And then in cell, I believe it is D11. As you note, I keep going back and forth. Yep. We'll type in 65. And I'll just enter it. Now, step 4 says in cell E11, enter formula not using a function that will multiply the number of miles driven that is found in D11 by the current mileage rate of 0.55. That's a constant. We'll have to type it in. Then we'll use the fill handle to fill the range from E11 to E12 through E16. So click in cell E11, equal sign, all functions and formulas start with an equal sign. We want to take the value found in D11, so I just did the point and click method. Multiplication symbol is the asterisk, and then it's 0.55. Do I have to have the 0, Ms. Straffen? No, you don't, but it really does help you notice that you have your decimal place. And we're just going to enter that. I'm going to pause for just a second so I can cough. Okay, next we're going to apply, if we take a look, the accounting number format to the range of E11 through I16. Accounting number format. Now, let's go back. I forgot to use my fill handle, didn't I? And fill in my formulas. Well, we can still do that. So let's take care of the rest of step 4. Well, let's get into it first. There we go. We were to take our fill handle and take it down so that we fill in the mileage expense for each of the dates. So we've taken care of that now. Now let's take a look at what we have to do next. In cell E17, enter a formula using the sum function to sum the mileage expense E11 through E16. Fill the range F17 through I17 with your formula. Sum function of mileage expense. So we'll click in cell E17. We'll use the auto sum button and then hit enter. We will go back and select that and drag it to I17 with the fill handle. And let's just double check that that's what we were supposed to do, all the way to E17. In cell B21, we're going to change the font to Franklin Gothic Book Body, and then copy the cell value of C5 and paste it into D21. B21, it's Arial Narrow. We're going to change it to the Franklin Gothic Book Body theme font. And then we're going to copy the employee ID from C5, copy it, and we're going to paste it into D21. Scroll down now and you could at least see that your pie chart now has been filled in. We don't have a legend or anything yet, but it's been filled in because we now have values here in the totals row. So let's see what we got to do next. We did that one. Last step, change the style of the pie chart to style 8. So I'm going to go down here. I'm just going to click somewhere here. Now I can choose the little paintbrush to go to the styles, and I can just kind of hover over each one of these until I see style 8. I'm going to hover here. 6, 7, oops, went a little too far. There's 9. 8's on the split for me, so we'll just click it there. And then you can close out the little paintbrush there, or you could have gone to, get that menu out of the way, design, and did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Notice it has a gray box around it, so we do have the correct one. Now, based upon that, we're finished with all the steps we were supposed to do. My little dancing marquee around my employee ID, I can hit the escape key and make that go away so it doesn't bother you. Here's our problem in trying to look what we've done compared to what they say it's supposed to look like. Do you see the 0.00 in the group of numbers for the dates? For say the hotel date in hours, let's go back to hours. We have the dash lines because we're using the accounting number format, and that particular one by itself, without making changes to it, puts dashes in there. Good news is SAM will take it with the dashes. So all you really need to do is to position yourself at the top of your document and save it one last time. If you type things and you wanted to do spell check is a part of our, and it's going to check to see if Q market's spelled correctly. Of course, I'm assuming it's correct, so I'm going to say ignore. South right, it thinks it's supposed to be 2 words. We're going to ignore. Retail Pro would definitely drive it crazy. And then hopefully you're done. So I would save it, and then I would upload it for grading. And that concludes this particular session.